Hello YouTube, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a last video, but I've kind of been out of the game for a while. I've mostly been focusing on Magic the Gathering here for a while, but I finally gotten back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Finally started seeing some of the new XYZ monsters, watching Zexal. Pretty interesting. I actually like Zexal. Kind of reminds me of Yugi a little bit. Yugi with a little bit of Jaden mixed in there, if I had to say so myself. But today I'm going to be doing a deck profile of my Warriors toolbox. It does not have any Synchros or XYZ monsters in it. I'd like to get some for it. Hopefully, for anyone watching this video, they can, I don't know, suggest some Synchros or XYZ monsters that might work well in this deck, or any other card that they think might work well in this deck. I would have some better cards for this deck, because this is kind of still a work in progress that I've been working on, but a lot of my cards got stolen. It's kind of why I was out of the game for a while, because that seems to happen to me frequently, even by people that you'd think you could trust, especially when it's family, but apparently not. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. And sorry if the video's not quite as good graphically. Normally, if there's natural light in here, my iPad my iPad records it pretty well, because I don't have a camera. But with no natural light and just the lighting from the lights in here, it's not quite as good. But to get started, got one Gore's Emissary of Darkness, Freed the Matchless General, Elemental Hero Wildheart, 10 Kaibito Sheen, which he pretty much has the exact same effect as Elemental Hero Wildheart, which really comes in handy because neither one of them can be Bottomless Trap Hold or Trapped Hold, Mirror Force, Dimensional Prison, or yada yada yada, whatever. I got two Mystic Swordsman level 2s. Destroys face downs before damage calculation. Mystic Swordsman level 4 does the exact same thing, but he's a 1900 beater. Two Silent Swordsman level 3s. They are impervious to my opponent's spell cards. Magic Silent Swordsman level 5. Same effect, 2300 beater. Two Marauding Captains for some a little bit of swarmage with some lockdown. Banisher of the Radiance, while he's face up on the field. Every card gets sent to the, instead of getting sent to the graveyard, gets removed from play. Two DD Warrior Ladies. Two DD Warriors. One DD Assailant. Two Command Knight. Two DD Survivors. Bait Doll, which is actually, in my opinion, a very underrated card. It lets me force the activation of a face-down trap card that my opponent controls. Actually, it doesn't even specifically state my opponent. I can force the activation of any trap card on the field. And if the activation is incorrect, it destroys that trap card. And instead of this card going to my graveyard, it returns to my deck. My deck is then shuffled. And if the card turns out not to be a trap card, then it's just returned face down. This card's been out for a while, and like I said, I find it very useful, very underrated. I got Rhoda, Swords of Revealing Light. I got two Spiritualisms, another very underrated card in my opinion. It's pretty much a compulsory evacuation device, but for spell and trap cards. Essentially, it returns my opponent's spell or trap card to their hand, and it cannot be negated. It's been out for quite a while. I've pretty much used it since it came out. Two Dimensional Fissures. Three Mystic Space Typhoons. Might seem like a little much to have three, but I have three because this deck can normally handle the monster cards, but not spell cards so much. So I needed to find a way to balance the deck a little bit between handling the field with the monster cards and my opponent's back row. And that kind of helps me do that a little bit. Dark Hole, Book of Moon, Torrential Tribute, 2 Dust Tornadoes, Dark Mirror Force, 2 Mirror Force, Macrocosmos, 2 D Prisons, and Bottomless Trap Hole. So I hope you like the deck. So please comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you think that there's anything that should be added to the deck, taken out and swapped, if you have any information on synchros and XYZ monsters to add to the deck, but keep in mind, if you do want to suggest any cards, keep in mind I don't have a whole lot of money, so try to think a little bit budgety. So I would greatly appreciate that. I do appreciate criticism, even constructive criticism. It does come in handy. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, night, whatever time of day it is when you watch this.